our today's AMA session, there will be two segments. First segment will be of introductory questions, in which we will ask you about your project, and in second segment, our community will ask you questions about your project. Okay.
Of course.
So starting with our first segment, that is of introductory question. So my first question for you is, firstly introduce your personality with us, and then give us a brief introduction about METACLOUD.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me once again. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Francisco Martinez, and I'm the CEO of METACLOUD. I'm also a strong advocate of the sharing economy. I'm a former associate at Vision Fund. I was there when the fund made investments in Uber and Grab, and I saw the huge success of these two services, and it gives me great hope for METACLOUD's future. Also in our team, we have 7 highly talented and enthusiastic individuals. And we all have one goal in mind: build the infrastructure layer for Web 3.0, which is METACLOUD. Now, cloud computing has been an integral part of many businesses. It offers better utilization of computational resources. However, the limitations that the current cloud computing paradigm faces calls for an alternative that will thrive in a decentralized world of Web 3.0. The limitations and questions are difficulties of users interacting with these cloud services, companies overspending beyond 35% of their annual budget, and weak computational power, low processing speeds. The cloud services controlled by tech giants are also not the best advocates for trustworthiness and user security. And I'm confident that the current cloud services can exist in a decentralized environment. The term itself means a reorganization of the internet in order to remove centralized data hosting services and instead move to a peer-to-peer infrastructure. Now, I've mentioned Web 3.0 a couple of times already, and Web 3.0 is the inevitable shift from Web 2.0. You see, in Web 2.0, the cost of interacting with Web is giving away your data and not knowing what will happen to it. This is why Web 3.0 and the decentralization philosophy is such a strong idea. Having ownership of your data and deciding what happens to it is very powerful. Web 3.0 will enable people to become sovereign on the internet. Now, in view of all of this, we introduced METACLOUD, a decentralized alternative to the existing cloud computing paradigm. Now, METACLOUD operates similar model by Uber and Airbnb, except it targets computing. An example: Airbnb didn't need to build hotels to start its business, the same way that Uber didn't need to buy hundreds or thousands of cars in order to start the business. In the same way, METACLOUD won't need to build warehouses filled with computational power to provide its services. In METACLOUD, anyone with a device can become a resource provider. Now, the architecture of METACLOUD consists of 3 parts: the resource requester, who would like a computation task completed but not on their own infrastructure. In turn, we have the resource provider, who contributes machines and software to complete the task, and brokers who facilitate machine discovery and load balancing and assist the clients in bootstrapping the computation on resource provider infrastructure. Now, in order to make these transactions safe and transparent, METACLOUD provides a payment escrow in the form of a smart contract. Now, this eliminates METACLOUD to have a need for a third party to be a payment escrow. The system produces proof of work. Now, the proof of work is produced using a very sophisticated protocol, and we at METACLOUD are confident in its integrity. I went a little bit more in depth on how this protocol works in the METACLOUD AMA that we had about a week ago, and people were quite interested in it. But I really want to encourage people to read our white paper available on metacloud.a, and I believe that reading this white paper and understanding how METACLOUD works, what are the mechanisms behind it, is a good use of your time. Now, very, very exciting portion. So let's talk about tokenomics rather. METACLOUD's fuel to run is mCloud, a token which inhabits the Binance Smart Chain and adheres to BEP20 standards. Now you can think of BEP20 as the blueprint for tokens that defines how they can be spent, who can spend them, and the other rules of their usage. So the total amount over here at METACLOUD of these tokens is 1.2 billion, and they are allocated in the following way. 680 million are the offerings, 320 million are the money pool, 100 million for bootstrapping and marketing, and another 100 million for tech development. Currently, we are more than halfway through our first offering, which is pre-sale, where you can purchase mCloud for $0.02 until the end of this month. Then we will have 2 rounds, early bird from the 1st of June till the 1st of July, with the price of the coin being $0.03, and the public sale from the 1st till the 31st of July for $0.045. Now, the final offering will be on P2P B2B, 1st till the 31st of August, with the price being $0.068. So getting the coin right now gives you a very considerable discount. So we have allocated a total of the 680 million for the offers mentioned, where 500 million are available on our website and another 100 million via the Launchpad. So far, we have seen users from 100 different countries who have purchased more than 95 million mCloud. We are very happy with this warm reception from the community. I'd like to express the team's gratitude. So thank you. Thank you for believing in the project. I would also like to mention that the promotional hour from 4 to 5 p.m. UTC has been adjusted as follows. Purchases of at least $1,000 get a 10% bonus, and other purchases get a 5% bonus. Now, we place great emphasis on building the community for Web 3.0. To this end, we set up a referral reward where METACLOUD members are awarded 8% of their purchase made under their referral. And I have not mentioned the METACLOUD PC drive yet and the mobile app. Now, having the PC driver running on your device not only makes you a research provider, synonym for early adopter, but it also gives you the proof of computation that mentioned just a couple of minutes ago. And this proof of computation can be converted to mCloud. I've seen users making 6 mCloud a day for just letting the driver use the idle computational resources. Now, we call this proof of computation initiative the new mining, which we believe is quite reassuring to people in this turbulent market of today, knowing that Ethereum is moving to proof of stake, but we at METACLOUD offering you the new mining. Now, all of this sounds very exciting, but I do have a lot of questions from our users about security and privacy concerns. Now, I'd like to emphasize that we take privacy and security of our users very seriously. METACLOUD takes advantage of trusted execution environment, which is made available on recent commodity Intel CPUs to ensure privacy and security of the outsourced computation. Remember, our goal is to become the successor to the current cloud computing paradigm, which means improving in every way and everywhere we can. The distinguishing factors of METACLOUD are advanced security, decentralized fairness, and transparency in its financial reports. Building trust is very important to us. And now we already start to see the influx of people joining us, which of course reassures us that we are on the right path. So just in the past 20 days since our previous AMA, we have received 5,000 registrations from over 90 countries. Welcome aboard. Together with a new cloud ecosystem for Web 2.0.
Okay, thank you. METACLOUD is surely a best addition to the market. So moving toward the second question, my second question for you is, what are your future goals regarding to MetaCloud? How user-friendly is it, and what benefit it provides to its holders in future?
Thank you very much for that question. Now, our main future goal is to provide a decentralized infrastructure for Web 3.0. And I believe that a lot of people will get behind this idea of decentralization, and a lot of people will stay because they are believers of this philosophy of having a decentralized web. To realize this in a meaningful way, we need a large number of resource providers with powerful commodity hardware. This is only possible if we can provide the users with a user-friendly and easy-to-use driver that they can install on their hardware and connect to MetaCloud's resource pool. Now, we've already released the first version of this MetaCloud PC driver that I've already talked about. This driver is supported on all major operating systems, Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. As for the holders' benefits, the first thing is token appreciation. We are at pre-sale right now for those $0.02 per token, and we have a launchpad in August for $0.68 per token. And immediate listing after the launchpad will likely propel the token price even higher. Another perk is participate in MetaCloud DAO governance later on. It will be similar to you holding governance power over Amazon Web Services today.
Okay. So my third question for you is, tell me, why should we choose MetaCloud, and what features make this project stand out?
Well, MetaCloud is convenient and it is easy to use, much like any traditional cloud computing platform. We have to have those very basic things really dialed in order for people to jump aboard, and they are. However, the underlying mechanics are decentralized, similar to how we're first from taxi. And moreover, MetaCloud leverages state-of-the-art techniques to provide security and privacy protection to all end users.
All right. So tell me about the early bird round. What is the aim and what is the procedure of early bird round?
Could you repeat the question?
I'm talking about early bird round that is mentioned
Yes.
at your website.
Yes,
Tell
the
us
early
about
bird round.
that round.
Yes, well, the early bird is the next offering round that we will have. We are on the pre-sale, which will go till the end of the month, and early bird will start from the 1st of June, and it will go to the 1st of July, where the price of mCloud is going to be $0.03. So meaning that when mCloud reaches Launchpad, it's going to be 0.068. So the benefit of these early bird offerings are just that you can get the coin for a lot cheaper.
Okay, thank you so much. So moving towards the second segment of the AMM. In this segment, we will learn new 4 members from our community, and they will ask you a question about MetaCloud. So guys, those who are interested, raise your hand. Hurry up, guys, raise your hand to ask question about MetaCloud.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Zarnab, ask your question.
My question is, tell us about MetaCloud economics and what is the purpose of raising funds, and tell us about the source of MetaCloud profit.
Thank you very much for that question. Now, the purpose of raising fund is, of course, bootstrapping our entire platform, which is a chicken and egg problem in and of itself. There has to be value to sellers in order to have more sellers, and value to buyers in order to have more buyers. But the strategy that the team has put in place, I think will definitely achieve that goal. As for the second part of your question, sources of profit of METACLOUD are, of course, capitalization on the users' data using the advanced algorithms of METACLOUD, advertisement on our platform, and the service fees that METACLOUD will earn from providing this infrastructure, platform as service and software service.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your question.
She actually gone through your white paper. So moving towards the second question. Raise your hand, guys.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello. Thank you very much. I'm doing good. How about you?
Okay. Can I ask my question?
Of course. Of course.
Okay. My question is how METACLOUD is different from conventional cloud computing, and what are the key services of METACLOUD?
Thank you. Thank you very much for this question. Indeed, METACLOUD is similar in a lot of ways to, for example, Amazon Web Services and all of these things. But the distinguishing factor of METACLOUD is that it uses a peer-to-peer infrastructure. METACLOUD is decentralized, whereas, for example, Amazon Web Services are controlled by the by tech giants, and METACLOUD's services is a full-fledged outsourced computation, and in the future it is blockchain communications. And I believe we are on the right path to achieve those goals.
Okay, thank you so much. Taking the third question from the community. So guys, who wanna be the third person to ask question?
Sir, can I ask my question? Hello?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yes?
How newcomers can create their journey in the METACLOUD?
So could you please repeat the question?
How newcomers can create their journey in METACLOUD?
How newcomers can join METACLOUD by going to metacloud.ai, and the registration of an account is quite easy. So if anyone has any problems, please do contact us in our Telegram group, and we will definitely help you out as soon as possible.
All right. So taking the last question from the community. So who wanna be the last person? Let's see. Reward for each question is $50. So before taking the question from community, so Francisco, tell me what was the most challenging situation during the development of the METACLOUD?
The most challenging, of course, is boosting our entire platform, and it's not a challenge that we have overcome yet, but I'm very confident in that the strategy set in place by our team will help us achieve that goal in bootstrapping the entire platform. And I think the roadmap that we have on metacloud.ai, which can also be found in our white paper, clearly illustrates that strategy, and I think it's going to be a very successful indeed.
Okay, so where do you see MetaCloud in next few years?
Well, you know, seeing how people are really jumping aboard. I mean, in these past 20 days, 5,000 new registrations from over 90 different countries, and people purchasing 95 in METACLOUD, and it's still the early phase. It's still the pre-sale, and we haven't even approached August yet. Of course, it makes me really excited. But you have to understand that there are always a lot of uncertainty. So unfortunately, I can't see the future, but I'm confident in METACLOUD achieving great things in the future indeed. For the infrastructure layer, for the forwarding of the decentralization philosophy, I think it's really looking good.
Okay, so now taking the last question from the community.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, Sammy. Thank you very much, and I hope you're good too.
May I ask my question?
Of course.
Yes. As we know, collaboration is one of the important aspects of the project. So, do you have plans to work with the multiple projects in the future?
Thank you for this question. And well, this is already a collaboration, and I hope that we will have many more of these collaborations in the future. But of course, you see, I'm only a part of the team. Yes, I'm the CEO, but all of these questions, we find an answer for them as a team when we brainstorm it together, and when we decide when and how often to make these collaborations. So I will forward this question, and we will discuss it with the team in our Telegram. Watch out for the upcoming news.
Okay, thank you so much. So that was all from our side. So if you want to add something to the AMA, so you can.
Yes, I would just like to add that. Thank you very much for listening. We have seen, I think the maximum for the AMA was around 300 listeners. So, ladies, for taking the time out of your day to listen to Francisco, and I hope that you are left satisfied with today's AMA. So thank you very much, and I will see you later.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your precious time. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Yes, you have a great day. Goodbye. Thank you.